Ladies and gentlemen, today is the day. And I'm not even talking about winning this money because that's every weekend when you come up on Money Pot. But today is the day where we find out if the Eagles can really make this run. 0-4 at home, another home game. Can we get a win today? Can we get a win today? Let's go.
Come on, man. Yo, Money Pop about to start.
No, I'm coming, man.
Yeah, grab your notepad, man, for real.
I ain't down. Fuck it, man. Come on.
Yeah, man, they be spitting shit, man.
True.
Yeah.
Side die, let's go.
Money Pop, money talk. All they do is talk facts. Bird gang. All they do is talk stacks. 360 on the new view. Go run, tell the ad. 40-yard dash time. Moss Money Podcast time. S.co headlines.
And we are live. Welcome, everybody, to another episode of MoneyPot Podcast. I am your host, Moss Money. And, of course, I got my guy with me, B. Diddy, early in the morning. Let's go. Home game, Eagles, Birds, the hated Saints, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, Facebook, all the above. Make sure you hit that like, subscribe button. Tell a friend to tell a motherfucking friend early in the morning with this language. What up, bro? B. Diddy.
What's up? Good morning, man. You know, it's football Sunday again. We about halfway, a little over halfway.
Yeah, man.
We here, man. We here, man. Let's put the question up today. Here's a great question for you. Miles Sanders is activated today, and I thought about this when I was having a hard time coming up with this poll question. But I'd say, hey, you know what? This is a good one right here. Miles Sanders is the reason the Eagles will make the playoffs. Agree or disagree? Once again, across all social media platforms: YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, Facebook. Let us know. Hit the agree or disagree button. I'm actually going to agree to this because we're seeing what the Eagles are doing, right? We're running the ball, obviously, as everybody sees. Jalen Hurts is improving, as we can see. But there's got to be an X factor, right? And it could be Smith, right? It could be Devontae. You could say Devontae could be. But the way they're running the ball, they're going to need that home run hit. They're going to need that person who, at the end of a game, close game, you're up by 3, you're up by 4, you're driving, 2.5, 3 minutes left in the game, and you need those couple first downs, you need to move the chain gang. Who's going to be your move the chain gang? Because we know Hurts can't really hit this dig route. He can't hit this out route consistently to move the chains. So what we're going to do, what we need somebody to move the chains. We need somebody who break a big run and then slide and ice the game. And to me, that is Miles Sanders. He is, outside of Smith, he is the second most, I want to say athletic, talented player on that offense from a skills position standpoint. So for me, they're going to need some stars or some good players to step up and make some plays, right? It's just going to happen. Just like we've seen Jalen Hurts. He's not a star. He's an average. Now listen to what I'm saying, y'all. He's an average quarterback, maybe even below average in my books, actually. But he's a good player, right? There's a difference. So he makes good plays. He makes great plays in certain instances that we've seen. Using his legs, very intelligent, very smart. He knows when to slide. He knows when to get out of balance. He does a lot of the right things. I said out of balance, didn't I? Out of balance. My bad. Still need some more coffee, B. Okay, King Williams. But getting back to it, so to me, there's got to be somebody else that steps up. There's got to be somebody that kind of pops up. And if we're hearing all the rumors are true, obviously he's been activated, and then Sirianni said he will start. And if he's full go with this rotational running backs, he's got to be the one to stand out to me. And he's got to carry it. He wants the rock, right?
He wants all the smoke. He wants to be the guy. You got to show up, buddy. Got to show up when we need you. When we need you most. What you got, B Diddy? What's up?
I mean, you make good points, right? He's our, I wouldn't say our second. I think he's probably really marked as our number one best athlete on the field. But when he's out there, the question is though, is he the reason why we make the playoffs? Well, one is a lot of work to make the playoffs, right? We still got a long way to go.
We got to win today.
And I think the way we've been playing over the past few weeks, which incorporating the run game into our offense and staying consistent with running the football, we've seen more success, which we asked for early on in the year, than dropping back Jalen Hurts 50 plus times to throw the ball.
Mhm.
But I tell you the truth, I think if we make the playoffs, the X factor is going to be Jalen Hurts with the combination of the run game, not just Miles Sanders. Because I think Jordan Howard's been getting a lot of positive yards. You know, he's kind of remind me of like Ezekiel Elliott-ish because he's always getting at least a yard or two, even when there's no yards. And
Yeah.
I think those are key. So those are those who can give us this 4th and 2, third and short. Jordan Howard is that guy the way he's been playing. So I'm with what you're saying is Miles Sanders being the more dynamic running back, can break the big plays. So he should be the starter. The short or third down, short yard down should be Jordan Howard. Boston Scott comes in there for the breather and maybe get a series or two. But Jalen Hurts is really our main first or second running back because he's not the best passer. He's not the most accurate, but he's very smart as I'm starting to see him kind of fill this offense out and getting more used to what they need him to do. Get the yards when you can. If you can't get that pass out, go run for your first downs. He has a heart of gold. I mean, he is a leader, but I still question his passing ability. I think those are the tangibles that's going to get us to the playoffs, but not just one player here, Miles Sanders, because we don't have it that way. And Coach Sirianni has to coach a good game, ultimately. But we got a tough task against New Orleans. I think New Orleans' back is against the wall. Although they're traveling on the road, it's going to be cold. They're 5-4. This is a make or break game for them, whether they're going to continue to push for a playoff spot or not. They're out their best player, Alvin Kamara. Obviously, Mike Thomas is out for the season. So they're kind of patching up a lot of wheels and holes in their team, but they'll be hungry coming in here. The line is shifting more and more toward the Eagles, with them being now a 3-point, 2.5 point.
It went up to 3.
Yeah, it's up to 3. So that's telling to me that the Eagles should win this game. So for me, I'm off this game. I am.
Oh, wait. We'll get there. We'll get to the games. We'll get to the games. Just want to chime in with some people out here. Thanks for joining in. Obviously, Tommy saying they disagree, not a Miles guy. Yeah, I'm not a big Miles guy either. But like I said, man, we need a star to show up. We not, and I can't. I'm used to saying that because that's what you look for on teams or your stars. We need a good player to show up because I don't think we have any star outside of Smith on this team. What's up, Ethan? Yeah, man, what's up, man? It's a big game today, baby. Big game today. Gonna be rocking down at the link. Wifey went down there today. Left me hanging, dog. She wants some tickets and took her sister.
Oh shoot!
Right?
And left you with the kids,
Left me
dog.
Kids, dog.
Damn.
Like what? Like what's
Man.
wrong with you? Word?
Hopefully, she enjoy.
Yeah, man. How's it
It'll be
going?
a little brisk out there, though.
Yeah. It's perfect football weather, though, bro. You know what it is.
Yeah, but we ain't playing no more.
Yeah.
We out here sitting out there. It's cold for people sitting out in the stands.
Right.
Yeah, perfect for playing weather.
All right, let's do a quick recap. Yesterday for the members out there, we had a nice day yesterday. We had a couple straight plays, went 2 for 1 for the straight plays. Missed on all the teasers though. Teasers killed us, but we had 2 parlays and smashed on 1. The 2 money lines, man. I could have went the spread on those money lines, but had a nice hit yesterday. It was a 5-1 play. So if you put $100 down, you won 5. So that's what we do, man. We talk about 1K weekends. We got half today. We're going to get the other half today, man. So let's jump right in. Let's go through the slate. Week 11. Let's go through all the games. What we do here for those who are new.
We go through all the games. We give our likes, our leans, our locks, our plays, our props, totals, under anything that we see that's a plus EV play or a good play to play for the day. We give it out live. I don't give you my exact tickets. You got to be a member to do that. And if you're trying to be a member, go ahead and in my link in MoneyPot Podcast. Go ahead and come on and be a member at $9.99 a month. Perks include appearances on the show, members only stream, shout outs. We're actually about to get me and Tom are getting together to do a members only show, which is going to be really dope. So that look out for that. And then of course from your boys, the weekly picks from Moss Money and my guy Willie Vegas, who actually just sent me some ADFS stuff. So I'll send that over to the members here shortly. I got to get the. I'm gonna see while we're doing the show, while you're doing one of your talks. I'm gonna see if I can get that pin, the link for all the members to join.
Mm.
All right.
It's a good slate, man. It's a lot of good games.
It's a lot of good games, bro. That's a lot of good games, man. Waiting to make this money, bro. We here. Did you get that play yesterday, man? We smashed on that thing, boy.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I can't play no music. I can't play nothing. They be killing us on YouTube, so we're going to get right into it.
Bum, bum, bum.
There you go. First game of the slate. Detroit traveling to Cleveland.
Hold up. Time out.
What?
I just said there's a bunch of good games on the slate, and the very first game you talk about is Detroit. That's the first team to come out. God damn!
I'm looking at FanDuel. That's what they got lined up.
Let's get the trash out the way then.
Let's get the trash out the way, man.
13.
Cleveland's favored by minus 13.5. Total is 42.5. Anything on this game was a pass for you?
Cleveland at home, cold. Detroit wants to go home and just get out of this season.
Goff's active, but he's not playing.
Goff's not going to play. Cleveland coming off a loss.
Chubb is back as well.
Give me Cleveland. I love the 13 there. I think they handle business. Listen, shout out to Detroit. I think they played hard. Man, I do.
Yeah, they do.
They played hard. I feel like they've caught I don't know who and what they did to anybody that runs the football gods, but they did something, and it ain't right. But they are 0-8 right now. They will be 0-9 by the end of the day. And I like Cleveland to really kind of show off here. I think they'll go back to their run game. Detroit will have a problem with that too much, and probably by the second half, it's going to start getting out of hand. I see this a 3+ score game. Cleveland kind of bounces back.
Are we locking?
No, hell no. I'm not putting no lock in for Detroit. But I'm saying it's a strong lean as a play. Probably a half a play for me with the points. I'm not putting them in no teasers.
Who, you don't like Cleveland in no teasers?
You know what? Maybe I might put them in a 3-team.
That's what I was going to go. I like Cleveland.
But I like the 13. So
I like the 13 too. But I like Cleveland in a teaser here because I like them winning by at least a score. Because I'm not sure if Detroit's going to score. Maybe a field goal, maybe a late touchdown.
Mm-hmm.
Cleveland's giving me at least 21. I know Baker's banged up. He's a walking wounded man.
Mm-hmm.
But I think as a total team, they're just obviously better. All Detroit has is Swift at this point and a bunch of no-names. And then you got some no-name quarterback coming in week 11 in his first start, his first game. You think, you know what I mean? Like, this line opened up at like 10. And it's gotten bet up so far.
Yeah. I mean, I like Cleveland.
I like Cleveland too. I would put Cleveland in the teaser. I really would. So we got one. So what we like to do here is we like to make plays for you guys. So just hold that thought with Cleveland in the teaser. Next game, we got San Fran going down to Jacksonville. San Fran is favorite minus 6.5. Total is 45.5. I'll go here. I'm all over San Fran. All over San Fran. Whether you want to tease it, where you want to play it straight, where you want to do money line, all over San Fran here. You know what? Lock me in on San Fran, buddy.
Damn, you didn't even say nothing though.
Lock me in on San Fran.
He just said, "I love San Fran here." I love San Fran here.
I love San Fran here, man. Lock me in. Well, you know what? I mean, I think what's his name? Robinson is coming off an injury here. He is coming back. They won that big game against the Bills, and then they came back to earth against Jacksonville. They were behind the whole time. I think the first quarter was like 20-6, and they're just a really bad team right? And they can get that run game kind of going. But I like how San Fran's playing. They're not out of it. They're 4-5 right now. They just won a big game. They're going through their division in the beginning, went through the Cards, they lost to the Cards, but came back strong and beat the Rams convincingly. Um, I think that they're on the playoff chase and they're in the playoff hunt. And I think that even though they have some running backs hurt, the way Kyle Shanahan runs this team is just multiple running backs over, and it's just waves of running backs, and he can put anybody in that scheme and be successful. Kittle was back, and he's showing his presence. Debo is a monster. You know what I mean? Like he's just a beast of a player. So I just think San Fran there's a coaching advantage, there's a team advantage, defensively, offensively, the whole team is just better from top to down, and organizational wise. Anything you can say about it. So I mean, I didn't want to say all that because I didn't think it was a lot to do with it,
Mhm.
but that's pretty much. I'm all over San Fran here, man. Lock me in for San Fran.
Yeah, I agree with you. They're definitely being a teaser play. I don't see them losing this game. I think Elijah Mitchell is doubtful going in, so that's a big loss if he's not playing to their run game.
Yeah,
But I think defensively they hold up strong against Jacksonville. Jacksonville has shown fight in certain games. This could be one of those, coming off a really big game for San Fran, and this could be a letdown game here. Hopefully not. I think the 6.5 is just the right number here, but I do think they beat them by more than one score as long as they go into the same game plan they went in with last week. Jacksonville is subpar against the run game,
yeah,
um, but San Fran's defense I think is going to hold Jacksonville to their team total under. So I'll possibly look at team total under Jacksonville here. I think San Fran holds strong, but I do like that play here. If you're locking it in, then lock it in. But I will be putting them in a teaser plays.
yeah. I like them. Next game, Colts going up to Buffalo. Man, Buffalo is favorite -7. Surprising, lying a little bit there. Well, maybe not too surprising, but to me, I thought it was surprising the way Indy's been playing and the way Buffalo's been playing. But -7, total was 49.5. What you got on this game, bro?
Yeah, this is one of the games I was really going to leave alone, but I just can't.
I just can't.
I just can't. I missed a lot of points. Uh,
Uh-oh.
so for me, I'm gonna tease the plus side of that. I'm gonna get me more points. So
Really?
yeah, I think defensively, Colts can keep this game close.
Yeah.
Um, so I'm a fan of the way Carson Wentz has been playing.
Hmm.
Sometimes he gets these bonehead plays where he tries too hard, which today could be one of those days that
Hmm.
he tries too hard. But I just don't think Buffalo's defense is strong enough to really just hold Indianapolis Colts from scoring. So I think Indianapolis can keep this game fairly close. I see it both being in the 20s, but maybe more like a 20, 24, 20 game, kind of going down to the last drive. And with the Colts actually able to win because the way they're able to run the ball with Jonathan Taylor has been phenomenal. That kid has been running and toting the rock.
Yes, sir.
Reminds me of a young Marshall Falk-ish style of running back. The way
Wow.
he's been hitting those
That's
holes.
there.
Yeah, if you look the way he's been playing, the way he's been hitting the holes, and the way he's been really decisive and very patient, what he wants to do with the rock, I'm very impressed. So I'd like the Colts here with the plus points. The line is just way too much, but it tells me Buffalo's going to smack the Colts here, but I just can't. I got to take those points here.
Yeah, we're gonna disagree here, man.
Mhm.
I'm
I,
on
I can
Buffalo.
understand.
Yeah, I'm on Buffalo here. I was looking at this game hard, man, and I'm trying to figure out why this line is. I
Mhm.
think this is where Buffalo wakes up here. I think Buffalo wakes up at home. You got a dome team coming outside into the elements, into the cold. You know how Bills Mafia is. Um,
I mean, but I don't want to cut you off.
yeah, go ahead,
But
go ahead.
just even with that, like going up, like maybe going to Buffalo, like the stadium, but you got Carson Wentz, a North Dakota kid, Philadelphia kid. You got Jonathan Taylor, a Wisconsin kid. Like the elements aren't going to affect those players, which are key players,
Hmm.
right? You got
Yeah, I like that.
who is it? Who's the receivers there right now? Obviously T.Y. Hilton, but Pittman, right?
Yeah,
It's
let's
not going to.
let's lock down. Who's that corner over in Buffalo?
Is it Edmonds? I think Edmonds might be even questionable.
Yeah, it's what's his name? Um,
because I was thinking about that, and I'm just like, yo, man, if Pittman's not getting off, then I think they're going to have a tough. I think Wentz is going to have a tough time finding people. I'm trying. Who is it? Is it Edmonds? No, he's a linebacker.
Evans is a linebacker.
Yeah, I'm talking. There was a. I thought they had a shutdown corner over there in
Is it
Buffalo.
Edwards? Yeah, I know you're
Oh,
talking about.
it's White. Tre'Davious White.
Davis White. Yeah.
Yeah,
hmm
you know what I mean. So I'm looking for those options.
Yeah,
For,
I mean, all right.
yeah, for
I just was going back to what you're saying about the weather, the indoor team going into the outdoor. Like, I mean, really, this is the first week. This ultimately is the first week of cold weather for everybody,
yeah,
right? Some teams last week went to Green Bay with snow and something like that, but for the most part, it's the first week of really kind of the cold weather. But I think those key pieces, Carson Wentz and Jonathan Taylor, they come from cold cities. I don't think it's going to bother them at all. Maybe just being in the Bills Mafia going up there and that, but the Bills have lost at home, so you know.
Mhm.
But no, I'm sorry, let me cut you off.
No, you good, bro. You good, bro. For everybody who's on there, if you wanted to join, and there is the link listed in the comments here for to become a member. If you become a member, I've already posted the plays for today, so you can jump in there, get your plays in for today, and go check them out. Um, yeah, no, like going back to the head to head. I was looking at the game flow of this, and Buffalo is not really good at running the ball in the last couple games here. And I think that they're going to find some success in the passing game against the Colts. And I was
Mhm.
looking back at the Colts' history here, looking at some of their games here. You know, they gave up 30 to the Jets. They lost to the Titans. Um, they gave up 4 touchdowns to Lamar in early October, right before they kind of went on I think they went on a 4-1 run. But in that 4-1 run, they played the Texans, they played the Jets, they played the Jags. So there was 3 wins right there, and then they went 1-1 against teams that were old playoff teams, which were the Niners and Titans. So I think this is a good spot for Buffalo, and I believe Buffalo is coming off a. No, they're not coming off a bye. That was somebody else. I like Buffalo at home. I like the points. I think the line is telling us that Buffalo is the
Mhm.
play here at -7. So I'm going to follow that. All right. Damn, that threw me off. Victoria out here talking smack, bro. It's your co-host Brandon Graham. BG, what's up, buddy? What's up, buddy? Yeah, that's my guy, man. You ain't know Vic? Me and BG go way back.
I since I'm hurt this season, I decided to join MoneyPot Podcast.
Right, hat and everything. All right, next game. Miami versus the Jets. Miami's favorite -3.5. Total is 45.5. Anything on this game, B?
Uh, I mean, give me the Jets. Maybe I'll lean Jets at home.
You lean Jets with Flacco?
I'll
Go
lean
with
Jets for
Smoking
Flacco at
Joe?
home. Matter of fact, yeah, lock it in.
Oh, shit.
Just lock it in. I'm
Oh,
go- lock it in.
oh goodness.
Give me the Jets, man.
Word?
Give me the Jets.
Give you the Jets locking in at 3.5.
Jets, Jets. It's the half. It's the half. It's the half that's locking me in. I think the defensively they can play with Miami. I think they fight. They're all going to be home. Miami's coming into now. You want to talk about warm weather teams
Yeah.
coming to cold weather? This is
Uh-huh.
going to be the one. And
Mm.
you can't name me one player that ain't come from the South that on that team.
Mm.
Yeah, lock me in there. The
Yeah,
Jets.
buddy.
JETS, Jets. Miami coming off this big win last week against Baltimore. All that energy on that short week. Nah, give me the Jets.
Give you the Jets.
Perfect spot for the Jets here.
All right. All right. Next game. Washington. Oh, big a lot of stories in this game. Washington football team going to Carolina. Carolina is favorite -3. Oh, Cam is back. He gets to start. He's playing. This line was at 3.5. It dipped down to 3. If anything, I'm off this game, but I would actually lean Washington here. I would actually lean Washington. Cam's been on the sideline for 10 weeks. I mean, people, he's back, right? But that motherfucker looked slow running to that pylon. Tell you that. He didn't look quick getting there.
I'm not surprised. He had 10 weeks off of football.
He ran 5 yards
You know what I mean? And it looked like it took him, 4 seconds to get there.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And what was he, 3 for 4? He had one throw, he had 2 touchdowns, and everybody's jumping on the Cam bandwagon like
Mm-hmm.
he's back. No, dog. No, it take more than that to be back. And I don't even know how he's gonna know this playbook that fast, right? It's a whole new playbook. This is not, the old Carolina Panthers that you played for with Ron.
Right.
And then who knows you best? Ron Rivera, your coach, right?
Mhm.
I like Washington here. I like him plus the points, and I wouldn't be mad if he touched this money line, man.
Yeah, it's interesting. I mean, that was a big hurt piece for Washington. Their young stud got hurt last week, out for the season. So I think I think they'll rally behind that and probably give Cam some issues. I don't know what to think about Cam, man. You didn't really see much. It was you were excited to see Cam in the game and scoring his first play
Yeah.
and scoring his second play. That was
Absolutely.
excitement, but he ain't really do much, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, I guess I'm a fan of Cam. He's back. I'm back. All that stuff is good storylines. But I'm with you here, man. I would lean Washington. I like the I guess the motivation coming off that big win against Tampa. I think it leads right over here to Carolina. They looked unstoppable offensively. Tampa Bay couldn't stop them on any type of drive they were having. It almost looked like they were like it was Ohio State last night. Like yesterday, it was just like every drive they were scoring. I think they scored on their first 4 drives against Tampa. It was crazy.
Ohio State beat the bullshit.
Oh my god!
Goodness.
They scored. Ohio State scored in their first 7 drives, and Washington scored in their first 4 drives. You just can't do that. So I like the momentum plus points here. I got a dog. I got a dog teaser here, man. I think I like this teaser.
Give it to him.
Give me Washington plus the 13. Give me Indianapolis Colts plus the 17. Right, plus the 17, and give me the Jets plus the 13 and a half.
ESS
For 2 units.
Jets. Jesus, this motherfucker said lock in the Jets.
Or you can go 14, get an extra 3 points, and then take the San Fran with them, and get San Fran to over to 3.
All right, we got a couple teasers out here, man. Give us one. What's the play?
The play's gonna be. I hate doing multiple team teasers.
The
only one I'm concerned about would be the Buffalo just all of a sudden blowing the shit out of fucking Indianapolis. Right? But I think everybody else will be in that running. Give me this 4-team teaser. Brother. I'm gonna take more points.
More points.
Let me just put this in and see what it would be.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, here we go.
And if y'all out there, man, if y'all listening, man, make sure y'all share. The one thing about us growing is it's all contributed to you guys who watch and who follow. So make sure you share out the link if you can. We much appreciate it, man. We like doing this shit. We like doing it for free. So now everybody want to do it for free, right? We've been doing this for 5+ years, and now everybody's doing it for free. I mean, before it was nothing. Before you had to pay for it.
Yeah, look at this one. Ooh.
Go ahead.
Ooh. So listen. I can get Jets plus 16.5. Washington plus 16.5. We know they're going to be able to score, right?
Yeah.
Jets going to keep it close with Miami. Colts plus 20. And either I'm going to go San Fran plus the 6.5, or I can go Cleveland Browns at a pick.
I like that San Fran plus 6. They don't lose.
I mean, does Cleveland lose though?
Yeah, no, Cleveland doesn't lose, but Cleveland's so hurt.
They got their Chubb. They got Chubb back. They got their running game back. They're gonna try to get out of.
Yeah,
that's which I'm going. Am I going Cleveland to win at home against a backup quarterback?
Yeah.
Or I go San Fran plus 6.5. That could possibly be on. There's a away game. Are we gonna get Garoppolo to do the bullshit he gonna do? But 6.5 is a lot. They're not gonna beat him by more than 6.5 though. Let me lock it in.
Lock it in. All right, one more time for the people before we move on to the next game.
San Fran plus 6.5.
Yeah.
Indianapolis plus 20.
Yep.
Jets plus 16.5.
Yep.
Washington plus 16.5.
And that is a plus 13 teaser?
That's a plus 13, 14 teaser, correct.
And what's the payout on that? Is that
minus 130?
Yep, that's what I thought. All right, so for everybody watching, just a quick thing: teaser plays is when you can dictate the line. If you don't know what a teaser play is, so what he's doing is when you say plus 13, we're adding 13 to the spread, right? And the spread is with the numbers that we talk about when we talk about the line. So he just made a 4-team teaser minus 130, meaning you have to pay you have to pay $130 to win 100. All bets in Vegas are based on units, so which is $100. So that's what he's locking in, just in case anybody didn't know. Next game. Oh, did I get it in? I think I got it in. I think I got it in. Next game, here it is. Baltimore Ravens at Chicago. The line is now 3.5. The line dropped. That means Lamar has to be called out. He was sick. Total is 42.5. It's crazy that the Ravens are still favored without Lamar in Chicago. Give me the Bears. I like the Bears here. Money line it all day. You go big or go home with them. It's not McShirley. I haven't even said his name right. Old boy from Penn State. I think it's another guy. Let me see if I can find out what that was right now. Ooh, shout out to Vic, man. Vic, I see you put up a little same game parlay. When we get to the Eagles game, I'll share it for sure. She said the next best better besides me. She's out of her mind. I'm trying to look for Lamar news. It's got to be Lamar.
I don't see the news pop up in the feed.
On practice with the illness, but now Lamar Jackson has been hit with the hardest by the illness, missing 2 days of practice and getting added. I don't see anything yet.
It's -4 right now.
Is it -4?
Mm-hmm.
It was at 5. All right,
Yeah.
let's keep it moving. It was at 5. The line was at 5. Now it's at, and I see it on FanDuel for 3.5, which is crazy. So that line dropping like that, it's got to be Lamar. Like they thinking that Lamar's out. They said he's been sick all week.
Yeah, definitely been sick. I think he came back to practice on Friday.
Yeah, he
or
just came
yesterday.
back to Friday, but he's still designated with that sickness.
Mm-hmm.
So, all right. Like I said, the Bears on this one with that line dropping like that. If Lamar plays, so watch out. If Lamar plays, play the line. If he doesn't play, I would be on that money line. But this line change like that dictates me that Lamar is more than likely not playing today. Or if he does start, they're going to see how it goes, and they'll probably pull him because he don't got nobody. Hollywood Brown's out. I think Bateman is playing, but are we gonna even though he looks good, are we trusting Bateman? Like to be the number one outside of when Hollywood's not there. Not sure about that yet. And I think the center was sick too. Like it's like a flu or something going around there in Baltimore. Anything on this game, bro?
Shit, I just created another 4-team teaser, bro.
Oh shit.
I know. You want to hear it? Here we go.
There we go.
We got another one. So you guys can pick and match what you want to do. But let me pull it up really quickly. Second 4-team teaser, same 13 points. Cleveland Browns at a pick. Chicago Bears plus 17. Eagles plus 10. Titans plus 2.5. Lock it up. Lock it up.
Lock it up. No, giving out locks all day today. All day today.
I like the Browns. I mean, I like the Bears here. I think the Bears are, like you said, there's so much going on this week with health for Baltimore. They're coming off that big loss in Miami. They look really, really bad. I know that field was a little sloppy, a little wet, so the footing for Lamar was not there. I'm not sure what happened in that leading up to that game. But the Bears, without Mac, it is a big drop off for them defensively. But I think they'll be able to stay within that number. I definitely like them in the tease to get them up, and then it's questionable about how healthy Lamar's going to be. If he can play, he can play. I don't think it's like, oh, he's not prepared. I mean, it's ultimately the offense is built around him.
Yeah.
So he's like Aaron Rodgers. He can just come in and play. I think he'll be successful. But it matters, is he healthy? Does he feel good? doesn't feel well. It's tough to play that way. Then you got one of his best receivers that's out, and Hollywood Brown. So I would lean Chicago here.
I would lean Chicago, but you know what? I'm just looking at too, especially if he's out the under at 42.
Yeah, totals are good.
Total is a good look.
One thing I haven't been seeing though is Baltimore able to stop anybody. So Chicago, if Justin Fields catches some confidence throughout that game, I think he can put some points up quick.
Yeah, and then Robinson is out too, which is not good for Chicago. Even though he,
is it like does he even get targets? Like what?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't even know what's his stat line look like. Healthy?
Oh, I don't know.
I would be surprised if he has over like 30 catches. I'm not going to lie with you. I'm going to look that up right now. Look at this. 30 on a dot. 30 on a dot. 30 catches for 339 yards. Does it really matter if Allen Robinson's out there or not? No. Not yet. Maybe next year. Maybe next year.
Maybe next time next year, buddy. All right. The game is up. Let's go. You got that in your ear?
Nope. I can hear a little bit, but very, very, very little.
Very low. We go now?
Very, very little, but we can hear it.
We'll work on that.
Hit him high. All right.
Playoffs? A little bit faint in there. All right, y'all. The game is here. The Saints are coming to Philadelphia. The Philadelphia Eagles are favorite, -3. Total was 42.5. You know what, B did? I'll let you run this one, man. What are you looking at in this game? What do you like? What are you thinking with this game right now?
As a fan, I just want consistency, and I want them to stay the course. I don't want them to do anything more than what they have to do, right? I don't want them to have to be outside themselves. Jalen Hurts is a 20-plus to mid-30 passing QB. Until he gets better, then we can look to get above that, but we need to stick to the run game, get first downs, long drives, squeeze the air out of the clock, and not play from behind. So I think if we can do that, we'll be very successful against this New Orleans team. I think defensively we'll be ready to go. I think defensively we'll be able to give Trevor Siemian all that he needs, especially without Alvin Kamara. So I think the line is right where it needs to be. I like the Eagles here at home. Going to be chilly outside. It's an early game. So this is really a 12, 11 o'clock game for New Orleans. That's early. About time the NFL kind of made that, give us a little edge, because they like to sometimes get these West Coast. We get 4 p.m. games like they did against San Diego. That was crazy.
Yeah.
But New Orleans here hobbling in. I like the Philadelphia Eagles. Matter of fact, lock it up, man.
Ooh, here we go.
First lock, and this is my first Eagles play of the year. I'm locking it up. So time out. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
You can't take it back. You don't do that. Don't do that.
I'm just saying,
take it back.
Disclaimer,
baby.
Disclaimer. I've been going against my birds, but today, looking at what's going on, looking at the line, I like the birds today at 1 o'clock.
Like the birds. Lock it in, he says. I don't know, man. I don't know. I was with you on this game. I'm feeling the fandom. I'm feeling the Eagle fan in me just pouring out. Let's go. Let's rock with it. Let's go. My problem is this game flow, man. We're going against the #1 rushing defense in the league. And if we can run the ball, how are we going to win this game? Because it ain't going to be Hurts passing, right? Shout out to the Q Dog and Malcolm coming back home, right? Coming back home to Philly. Should be a good crowd for him today. Should be, I don't think there's gonna be any boos or anything for him. And then to top that off, you got Lattimore, who's gonna probably be following Smith. So Goddard better show up with that new money. Tell you that.
Got paid.
Got paid. You know what I mean? Got paid. Got to show up with that new money. And then another thing that I'm looking at too with this game is the fact that on the other side of the ball, if we don't get a pass rush today, if he doesn't turn up the pressure and blitz and do whatever he has to do to put Simeon on the ground, and Fletch kind of starts flashing a little bit like he has been the last game or two, you're starting to see him. I thought he put on the backpack for the first time all year last week. You know, 2 defensive touchdowns in the last 3 games by my man Big Play Slay.
Mm-hmm.
They need to get to Simeon because I was looking at the last games. He hasn't been touched. They've given up only two sacks in the last 3 games. So even though it's Trevor Simeon, he's still an NFL quarterback, and he can still deliver the ball.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the edge is obviously with our corners, right, if they play man. But if they play zone and just play off, he's going to dink and dunk all game, all day. So that's why I'm kind of, I don't know where to go in this game, because if we can run the ball, we're going to do well. We're going to be successful, and we'll win this game. And with Miles coming back, that's a big boost to our rushing game. And I think somebody asked before about, is Jordan Howard better than Miles Sanders? You know, I mean, the way it's looking, yeah, right. The way it's looking that he is, because one, he can stay on. He's on the field, and when he gets the ball, he goes forward. His offense, his running style fits with the way what they want to do from an offensive standpoint.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when Mr. Miles likes to bounce, right? He likes to bounce everywhere, like it's a bounce house. He likes to bounce around and bounce outside and think he can outrun everybody. That's not what it takes. Be patient, wait for the hole to develop, put your foot in the ground, get upfield, right? And that's what Howard does well. But with this game, man, I don't know. I don't know. I think it's really 50-50, right? And and then the coaching mismatch, right? Goes to the Saints. Peyton's gonna, you know what I mean? Like, and that's why I'm really hesitant about pulling the birds here. I see that line fluctuating. It was 3, it's 2.5, it's 3, and I get that feeling. I get it. Once it hits 3, it comes right back down because you're betting the Saints once it hits the 3.
Give me the birds.
After all that. I love it.
Okay.
I love it. Fuck all that. Fuck all that breakdown. Give me the birds.
We're gonna ride the momentum, man.
Yeah, I feel you, bro. I feel you, man. I ain't mad at you, man. We're gonna be tuned in.
You talk yourself right off a cliff. And birds be up 21-3 at half.
I'll put them in the teaser. I did put the birds in the teaser, because I wasn't sure. But I put them in the teaser. But I asked this all week to every show that I've been on, and I asked you guys out there, and I asked you too, B Diddy. Would you be surprised if the Saints won this game?
No.
Exactly. That's why.
Wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, it wouldn't be a shocker. It wouldn't be a shocker. That's what they do. They suck you in. They suck you right in, right? And they suck you right in, and this is what they do. Next game, Houston going to Tennessee. Tennessee is favored by 10.5. Total is 44.5.
Mm-hmm.
I like Houston here, man. I like the points.
You like who?
Houston.
Okay.
Houston, we have a problem.
Explain that one.
From B Diddy. I like it. I like Houston here, man. I think Tyrod keeps this close. Tennessee's been on the tear even without King Henry, but I like Houston to keep this close. I think Tennessee's going to win the game, obviously, and they'd be a good spot here for one of your 10.3 team teasers, just to win the game. But I think I think the Texans kind of keeps it somewhat close in this game.
Mm-hmm.
I'm backing that Tyrod's better than what he showed last week.
Yeah, I can't. Give me first half Tennessee.
Nice.
I'll take the first half there. I just think Tennessee should be able to get over that 6 points and be up by 7 in the first half. Playing at home, Houston, I think they'll put up a little fight with Tyrod, but I think Tennessee's defense is really kind of gaining their reins.
Yeah.
You're seeing them the way they played over the last few weeks. I think they've rallied behind each other. Remember, I had an early play on Tennessee winning the division, and I like them to continue that over here too. So give me a first half Tennessee. I think they'll be up 7 by half.
Good play. All right, next game. Big, huge game. Green Bay going to Minnesota. Green Bay is now favored by -1.5. Total is 47.5. Big
injury news. Supposedly, Rodgers has a bad toe. So I'm not sure what the issue is there. He is playing. It sounds like he might need surgery on it. There, the media outlets from what I'm seeing is that it is a bad injury and he's just going to go through with it and deal with the pain. Not sure if that's his plant foot. I don't know what foot it is. If you're looking at it that deep from a quarterback perspective. But with that news being said, Jones is out. Patrick Peterson coming back for the Vikings, being active and playing in this game, coming off a hamstring injury. That helps, right? Obviously, I don't think he's going to be able to come back after 3 games out and just contain Adams.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a toss up, just like it is, like the line is saying is. But I would lean Vikings here. I would lean Vikings here. I would lean the home dog here. I think Green Bay might be in a little bit of trouble if Rodgers is really hurt like that.
Yeah, I was actually all over Green Bay until I heard that news with the toe. I think that's really tough. Whether it's your back foot or your plant foot or your leading foot, is the toe is a toe. So
Yep.
you kind of possibly seen that throughout the game last week. That's why for some reason they couldn't score. I think there was no points being scored in that game. I like the home team here, the way Minnesota's been playing, but I also think Green Bay's defense is playing really really tough too. Kind of keeping Green Bay really in those other games that they have been able to score again when Love was in and even last week.
Mm-hmm.
But I think Minnesota's kind of catching a little momentum. They really want this game. This is a rivalry game, Minnesota Green Bay, rivalry game at home. So the
Yep.
horns are going to be out there. It's going to be tough to play in that place. It's going to be really really loud. Aaron Rodgers is a pro. He's a veteran. He's played there many and many of times. So that shouldn't affect him, but the toe injury will.
For sure.
Of course, he's not going to want to leave his team out after he just had the COVID incident. So he's going to want to play through whatever he got to play through to stay on the field. But I'm with you. I would lean Minnesota here. Not a play for me though. I will lean though.
Yeah, I like Minnesota money line here, and then shout out our guy Tone Takes, who joins us. Couldn't join it today. Has some other personal stuff to handle first, but one of his plays today on Twitter at Tone Takes was Thielen scoring at plus 155.
Adam Thielen scoring at one
anytime touchdown.
Okay.
I think he put a nice stat up there that Thielen has had 6 touchdowns against Green Bay, and I think almost 13 games, the most by any player against Green Bay, which is pretty telling. So he scored in half the games. You know what I mean? So you got 50%. You know what I mean, like that. James, man, what's up, bro? Throw it up there, man. We'll take a look at it. Next game, and we'll get to your play here, bro. After this next game, because I don't have a play on this one, but we'll keep it moving. First game of the 4:00 slate, we got Cincy traveling to Las Vegas. Line is 1.5. Cincy total is 50.5. I don't really have a feel for this game, man. I was trying to find an edge, but I couldn't find anything in this game that I like. The Vegas looks like they're starting to fall apart with everything's going on from there. So I would lean Cincy, but I would think the line would be a little bit higher. But then Cincy's had some bad losses too over the last couple of weeks. So it's to me, and Vegas is saying it's a toss up. The 50.5 looks good. I've seen a lot of prop bets out there in the gambling world for Mixon to score anytime touchdown. So if anybody likes that play, I think that would be a good play there. But other than that, I don't really have a play on that. It should be a lot of throwing. It should be a lot of scoring in this game.
I'm on the Bengals side here. Coming off
Yeah.
a bye, getting a little healthy, get that week off, going
Yeah.
to Vegas. You know what I'm saying? Going into don't got to worry about no elements. And Vegas has been going the opposite way. I think they came off strong those first 2 games since Gruden left,
Yep.
but they haven't been a shell of themselves since. And I just don't trust them. I think this Bengals offense has now kind of taken a breath, right? They've had some bad losses, like you said.
Mm-hmm.
They got smacked the last time they was on the football field against the Browns. They got smacked by the Jets, which should have never happened. I think this was a reset for them, week 10 in the bye.
Yep.
I think they go to Las Vegas, and I think they handle business here.
Nice. I like it. All right, James, what's up with you, bro? What we got here? Let's look at it.
So one of our guys, James, has a 16 parlay. He's got the Saints. He always get the weird lines. He's got the Saints at plus 7.5, which you gotta love. The Colts at plus 11. Steelers at plus 8.5. The Dolphins at minus 2.5. Green Bay at plus 4.5, and the boys at plus 8.5. What book are you picking at with these lines? These lines are all over the place. But looking at this 16 parlay, obviously you finish with the Cowboys at night, so you like that, right? When you can have a hedge opportunity to finish up your parlay if you hit on all these. Um, the only one that kind of, well, actually, no, the Steelers are Monday night, right?
hmm
Yeah, my fault. So the Steelers are Monday night.
No, I think Tampa's Monday night, right?
Oh no, Tampa and New York. You're right. You're right. You're right.
Steelers is Sunday night.
Yeah. Okay. You're right. You're right. The only one, just because homie B Diddy felt good about it, I guess, is the Dolphins, right? You locked in the Jets
hmm
there, and I'm thinking you're thinking the Jets might win outright, against Tua. So I'm trying to think here, and I like the Chargers today too. Pittsburgh don't got much, you know. They don't got much, and we've seen the effects of people coming off COVID. They don't really come back too strong. So I would maybe cut this down a little bit. Parlay. I like the Saints. I like the Colts. Too much of a sweat for me on the Steelers. Too much of a sweat for me on the Dolphins. I do like the Green Bay plus 4.5. If they lose, I don't see them losing by much. Maybe a score. They either keep it close or they might get blown out. This is kind of how Rodgers is. There's no take. So this is what I would do. I would cut this down to 3, bro. I would cut this to the Saints, the Colts, and the Cowboys. Put a bean on it. Build it brick by brick, man. Don't try to go for the home run swing, you know what I mean, all the time. Keeping in the baseball analogy part of it. We want to get on base, bro. We want to get on base. It's hard to just keep scoring home runs every time you get the swing. Get on base, right? Go for the what makes sense is the easy win. So I like the Saints, I like the Colts, and I like the Cowboys, and I would do a 3-team teaser there. Maybe put a little bit more on it. That should be almost a little over 3-1. If I'm not mistaken, maybe 3.5-1, and that ain't bad. $100 when you're 350. You know what I mean? You're more in a better spot there. Because I think you got some sweats on there that I don't really like. I don't like the Dolphins and I don't like the Green Bay sweat. Because I like the Vikings today. But that's how I would break that down, bro. And remember, this is just what we would do, right? We win people money all the time. We win ourselves money, but don't get it twisted. We take some losses.
Oh, for
at
sure.
times,
I mean,
man.
everybody
We
does.
take losses at the time. Nobody's trying to kid anybody. We tend to win more than we lose, but don't get it twisted, man. My bookman will tell you. Last 2 weeks, not a good look for me. Even though we won today. Hey. Oh, well, yesterday. All right, next game. Cardinals, Seattle. Big game here. Seattle's favorite -3. Total's 45.5. Hopkins is out, and I believe Murray is out. So it's either Seattle or no bet here for me. I
Yeah.
think it's kind of telling that it's -3. That tells me that there's not a lot of faith in Seattle. Colt McCoy did show that he could, he can play, but you're going to play in Seattle, which is tough. Outside of KC, and maybe Buffalo, it's out there in the top 3 hardest places to play. But you got to still trust in that Arizona defense a little bit. Seattle can't run the ball. Carson just went out. Carson went out for the season again with a neck injury. So it's going to be all on Rush, which is fine. But Rush still has that finger issue on his throwing hand. And, outside of that one play with the big no, that was with Gino. My bad. That was with Gino. I don't think he looked too great last game. I'm trying to think. Who did they play? They played the Packers. They got blanked, actually.
hmm
They didn't put any points up. He threw 40 times and only had 160 yards. They need that run game, right? They need that run game to show up
hmm
for them to be a competitive team. They're 3-6 going against an 8-2 team,
and they're favored by -3. So that tells me on a neutral field, these are even teams, with Colt McCoy as your quarterback. So I like James Conner scoring again, though. You know what I mean? I like James Conner scoring. Tell you
Mhm.
that right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't have a play on this. I mean, like I said, if I was gonna lean anything, it'd be Seattle at home. Russell comes back second week with the finger injury. Um, I just got word that Lamar Jackson is inactive.
Yeah, yeah, it looks like and we saw the line.
Mhm.
We saw the line. So this is why you guys talk and listen to us. We saw the line drop from 5 to 3.5. And what did we say? I said, run.
Yep.
Put that
Yep.
line in with Chicago. Put that money line in. This and listen to this. That money line was at +1. I think it was at 160 something. It is now +108. The line is now down to -1.5. We went from 5 when we started the show. Now that line is to 1.5.
Yep.
Pull the trigger, buddy. Pull the trigger. When you hear us talk, pull the trigger. Don't be scared money out here. Go ahead, my
Yep.
bad.
No, it's all good. I just don't have a play on this, because Arizona is a really good team, but they're really good with these two key pieces in play.
Yeah.
They're a completely different team without these two pieces, as we can imagine. Your star quarterback and your star wide receiver, and I think that Seattle, like I said, has Russell coming back in on his second week, so he was able to see how this week went. Post a real game, any swelling or any type of. I didn't hear anything come through the camp that any mobility less from his hands or not. So I think he'll really push to try to win this game. This is a big game for Seattle.
Yeah.
It's a division game. So this is an opportunity for them to take a leap ahead if they can win this. So, but no play because I don't think Seattle's a good team. But if I was to lean anywhere, it would be Seattle at home against a hobbled, um, a really hobbled Arizona team right now.
And then if anything,
Depending on how I do in the first 1 o'clocks,
yeah,
I would jump on that for Seattle for sure.
yeah, yeah, for sure. And for sure, where else we're gonna lean when we're back home
Oh
is
yeah,
shout out to Patty Wax.
love Patty
Mhm.
Wax.
Shout out to Patty Wax up in Welsh Road, up in the Northeast. If you go up there, we gotta clean up this read here. But if you go up there, you mention Money Pot, 10% off your bill. No drinks not included, just food. Great wings, great people, great atmosphere, especially for today for the game. So make sure y'all go up there when you get a chance. If you're looking for a new place to check out, shoot up to Northeast. It's called Patty Wax on Welsh Road. Great place. Laura Lee, who is the event coordinator, great lady, great service, great drinks. Make sure you guys check that out. All right, next game we got 3 more games, 2 more games on the Sunday slate, and then we got the Monday night game. Another big game, man. Like you said, there was a lot of good games this week. Another big game right here. The Dallas Cowboys going to the Chiefs. Chiefs are favorite -2.5. Total is 55.5. The Chiefs showed up yesterday, bro, and are 4-1, 3-1 in their last 4.
Hmm.
Chiefs back. Is this saying that they're 6-4? The Chiefs back. Cowboys are coming in limping. No Tyron Smith is out, and no Cooper. 2 big starters on your offensive line. Two big starters on your offense.
Hmm.
Your stars, actually, right? Your star players. Because even though Lamb is going nuts, I'm a Cooper fan, so I like Cooper over Lamb, for me. Smith is your best offensive lineman. So you got 2, you down 2, you go into a good KC team that looks like they're finding their stride. CEH Edwards, what's his last name? Edwards
There.
Alaire. Yeah, he is back. He is active for this game. The line is telling a little bit -2.5. But if KC's found their stride, I don't want to get in front of that train. You know?
Yeah, this is a watch play for me. I want to see how I'm doing in the first couple groups of games because, like I said, I think both these teams can show up and show off. Um, I think Dallas has been consistent for the most part, besides that blimp against the Denver Broncos.
Yeah,
And without, even when Dak went out, they were able to win that game too. They're a tough team. I know Amari Cooper and They got some, but I think as a team they play well. They they run the ball. Dak is very, very, very smart when he's playing the game. So I think he'll be able to make up for those losses offensively.
I think so too. Yeah. Because that
And the
defense is
Chiefs,
terrible. That defense is still
yeah,
terrible.
right. And the Chiefs defense, although the defense have been playing better over the past few weeks. I think they've catching a little bit of a stride. They're still not a good defense.
Nope.
So you see
I
the
haven't
total
seen
at
offense like this.
yeah, that's true. You're seeing a total over 55.5. That's screaming it over there. I would yeah, I gotta wait. I don't have a play on this. I really don't. This is a tough game here. Kansas City
Yeah,
at home and Arrowhead. It's always tough to play.
yeah. I
Want to be
like
cold.
some props here. I like Kelsey getting over his receptions.
Hmm.
As
Was it
one
seven
prop.
and a half, 8?
No, I'm sorry, number 7, his receiving yards. It's like
Okay.
78 and a half yards. Dallas, even though they have some good linebackers, Dallas has not done too well against tight ends.
Hmm.
And obviously, Kelsey is the cream of the crop.
Hmm.
So I like that. And then and here's a sneaker one that I have, a sneaky one that I have. Is Schultz. With Cooper out, he's the third leading receiver on the
Hmm.
team with 38 catches. He has 400 and something yards. I know Gallup is back and he will be playing, so
Hmm.
that's a good boost. That's a lot of more speed on that receiving core. But I like Schultz here to score anytime touchdown plus 2.5. I mean plus 250. I like Schultz to score. I think that they drive down the ball, they keep things in front of them, and I think Schultz has some success against that bad secondary.
Okay.
Because they're going to be so with Lamb. The Honey Badger is going to be looking at Lamb. Whoever their best corner is going to be looking at Gallup. So I think Schultz can have some success against some of those linebackers and maybe one of I forget that safety. I won that. The white. No knock to y'all, but the white guy who's the safety, he is absolutely trash. I forget his name. Every time there's a meme, every time they score, you see Matthew just putting his hands up like, look at this bum. Like, yo, like what is he doing? He sucks. But I forget his name, man. What's up, Greg? Shout out. I'm sorry to disagree to the poll. Eagles missed the playoffs. I hear you, man. I wouldn't be surprised if they lost today, Greg. You know how we do on Wednesdays. What I mean, we're usually on the same side. I wouldn't surprise me if they lose today.
Hmm.
Um, All right, next game. Night game. We got Pittsburgh versus the Chargers. The Chargers are now favored by -6. Pittsburgh is getting Big Ben back. He is playing today. Um, I don't have anything on this game. I would lean Chargers here. Um, Pittsburgh is it's funny. Pittsburgh is 5-3-1, right? They just had this tie. They beat the Bears. They beat the Browns, Broncos, Seattle. And then the Chargers have fallen off, mightily, right? They
Hmm.
started off hot, but they've lost 3 out of their last. They lost 3 out of their last 4. They lost to the Ravens, the Patriots, and they lost last week to the Vikings. This is a must-win game for the Chargers. You know. Oh, thanks, guys. I appreciate you. I appreciate you, boys.
Yeah, Sorensen.
Sorensen is the white guy. Yeah, look at that name. That is a white guy name, right? I appreciate you, boys. Thanks. And it's no knock. I'm not trying to be. It's no knock. You don't see a lot of black people playing golf, do you? So I'm just saying. But San Diego is a must-win game for San Diego, I think. Big AFC matchup. Even with Big Ben coming back, I think San Diego handles business here. I think I saw. Was it Bud Dupree?
Hmm.
Is he on? No, Bud Dupree's
But
not on. Where's
no,
Bud
no.
Dupree?
Bud Dupree.
No, I think he was another team that we were talking about before. I forgot to say Bud Dupree. But I thought there was another injury that was kind of big on that defensive side of the ball.
TJ Watt.
Is it Watt out?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Come
yeah,
on, man.
yeah.
Oh, come on. The best player on the defense. What
No,
you
I was
talking
thinking about somebody else. I thought it was somebody else outside of Watt. It was just like one, you got Watt out, but then you got another, you got another pass rusher out too. But Bud Dupree is not there anymore. My bad.
You
So
got
yeah,
Hayden.
Watt,
Hayden's out. Joe Hayden.
yeah, Hayden. There it was Hayden. That's right. Yeah. Um. But yeah. My bad. Yeah, it was the Titans. That's why I like the Texans today. It was the Titans. Appreciate you, Ryan. Man, wait,
I mean,
Ryan. Thank you
but
for
but
keeping me on my toes,
but
bro.
Bud Dupree
Appreciate it.
has been like out in and out all year. He ain't been damn near, yeah, he hasn't damn near been healthy all year.
Oh, anyway, yeah, it was Hayden that's out for Pittsburgh, and with that receiving core, man, I do like the Chargers here. The Chargers are -6, and I think it's telling. I think they cover. I think they win by a touchdown. Give me the Chargers.
Yeah, I mean, we got the East Coast going to the West Coast. It is a late game, but the line is a telling line. I like the Chargers here too. Nothing heavy, nothing too crazy, just in case for some reason Pittsburgh's defense is giving Herbert a little issues. But I do lean heavy, and I would take the Chargers at home here.
Yep.
That JJ Watt loss is huge. They
Huge.
can't make that up. He's
Nope.
a 4 tackler, possibly a 1 or 2 sack master a game. You know what I mean? Justin Herbert is like, thank you.
Excuse me.
That kid is talented. Salute to TJ Watt and all the hard work. I like defensive linemen. I'm an old defensive lineman. I like what he does. His engine doesn't stop. The play doesn't stop until the whistle's blown. He's a go-getter, man. I'm a big fan of TJ Watt.
Yeah, for sure. All right, let's go. Monday night, we have the New York Giants going down to Tampa. Line is 10.5. You know how Tom likes the Giants. Loves those G-men, right? And Tom's one of those type of killers that remembers this stuff. Like he holds grudges. And as he should. He lost to them in the Super Bowl twice. I don't know, man. Help me out here, man.
It's a lot of points, right?
It's a lot of points. It's a lot of points.
Just give me the first half. Give me first half Tampa. I think they come out firing. I mean, AB's not playing, right? He got that. Is he playing?
He's been playing for a while.
He got that COVID vaccination.
I was about to say he got that COVID vax problem right now. That card.
I don't know, man. Tampa been looking real shitty lately. That defense last week that's one of them things you just don't even watch the tape. You know what I mean? The way they played against Washington last week is just like, bro, what the hell? They could not stop a nosebleed last week. And then on top of that, Brady, had 3 turnovers in the first half. I mean, a recipe for disaster. I don't see that happening against the Giants, although I think the Giants do play hard.
Yeah.
Right? But I think they're coming into a team that's like upset, mad, and need a win.
Yeah. Off a bye. Off a loss. Right.
Well, they're not off a bye. They just played last week.
Off the bye?
Oh, yeah, they lost. Yeah, I think they lost to Washington off a bye.
Yeah, right. And then they lost the next game, right?
Well, Washington was the last game they played.
Yeah. So they offer bye, then they lost, and now this game.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, man, shout out to Jeremy. Appreciate the super chat, man. Dropping little tips here. I love that. Where the hell did this poll come from? No, Miles. No, Miles will play a role in making the playoffs, but when did he turn into Henry? I'm not saying he turned into Henry, bro. I'm not saying because they're going to be going in rotations. What I'm saying is, bro, is when you look at this offense, you have to look at who's going to take you over the next hump. Who's going to win those 50-50 games, right? There's going to be games because the way this team is constructed, they're going to need the ball to bounce to their way. We don't have a Henry. We don't have somebody who's a bell cow who can just run the ball like that, right? So what I'm saying is, and what we're looking at is like, who's going to be that player to step up? You usually have stars that step up. We don't have that luxury. We don't have stars. We just have kind of somewhat good players. And Miles coming back into this rotating running back, that we have, he can take lead in the rushing from here on out because we're now a running team. Not saying that's our identity because it's not, because I don't even know what this offense is. But we can run. If we can continue to run the ball, you're going to need Miles to step up. And if we get to the playoffs, to me, it's because Miles is playing well. He's moving the chains with his legs. He's making plays in the passing game. You can use Miles as your offense because we've seen it before. He needs to be spelled though. I don't know if he can be a every down back like Henry, but in spurts and in spots, I do believe Miles will play a huge role if they make the playoffs. Appreciate the super chat though, bro.
For
Appreciate
sure. Absolutely.
that. But going back to New York and Tampa, whew, the one thing I do like about this, I think it's a great play here, and for you guys that's still with me, is a great play if you're coming in the Monday night with some plus EV money, or you want to start off the week right, start off your Thanksgiving week right. Give me Gronk to score any touchdown.
Gronk is back, baby.
Plus 155. Give me Gronk to score any touchdown against that defense. 10.5 is a lot, and that line tells me that Tom Brady is pissed off, and it's even more pissed off that it's the Giants. If you listen to Tom Brady interviews, he's always talking about teams that he lost to, right? I.e., the Eagles. Always talking about the Birds, you know. And I would be mad too if I threw for 500 yards and 4 touchdowns and still lost, right? Shout out to BG. But yeah, man, give me I would lean that prop for Monday. I think it's a lot of points, but I think with you, like you've been doing on some of these bigger spreads, you got to like the first half here too, Tampa. Are you on first half Tampa? I don't know if you said that, bro.
I'm on first half Tampa.
You are on first half Tampa. What's the line on first half Tampa? I didn't get that. 6.5. 6.5 is first line on Tampa. Line on Tampa. First half.
Yep,
First half
6.5.
On Tampa.
I like first half Tampa.
All right. All right.
I do want to say, I think, and I know Philly gets a bad rap, but I find it that there's 2 players in our area that I really, really enjoy watching, and I like the way they come about their game. One is Tyrese Maxey. You got a kid, just a little bit. I'm not even gonna talk about the Sixers. I'm just talking about players. I'm talking about individuals. I'm talking about players that come to work and want to get better, get hungry. Because we have the opposite end of that, obviously, right? With a Ben Simmons. But when you have players like a Terrence Maxey,
with this dude, man.
No, I'm not talking about him. I'm just saying we're seeing. So we're clear. What I'm talking about is that we have an example of the exact opposite of what I'm speaking on right now.
Okay.
That person is Ben Simmons, a person that doesn't like basketball. Obviously, he's not playing, and a person that's about self, right? But about self in a different way. Whereas you have a player like Terrence Maxey that is about self, is about building himself up and continuing to get better, right? Team player, works on his game. You can see the strides, game after game after game, taking advantage of the opportunity that he's getting, and possibly becoming a solidified starter in this league, right? He's taking the approach that I want to be the best player I can be. And then when I look at on the football side of Philadelphia, the Eagles, you have a Devontae Smith, same type of character, same type of player. And at work at what do you say? He's at work at 6:08 every morning.
Yeah.
Right. He didn't say 6 o'clock. He ain't say 6:15 or 6:30. This brother said, I'm at work every single day at 6:08. What? That's a different mindset.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So I love players like that. You know, he comes into work, you see he works hard on his craft, he's trying to be better, and you can see the progress game in, game out. And I mean, he realized, like, okay, these guys are faster, stronger. I got to figure some different ways to get better and how I can get open to help my quarterback out. And you're seeing that week in and week out. I just like that we have these type of modes. We got to be able to keep these type of modes because they're young. And we need to really build around those type of players, man, because, you know, it's not always about the stardom. It's sometimes about the character and who's the leader of the teams. And I think we have those pieces. So I don't know. I just wanted to kind of talk about those guys.
Okay. All right. Good drop there.
And shout out to Goddard who got all that bread.
Got paid. And so did Maddox. Maddox got some money too. He's been playing well this year too.
Yeah, he has.
He has been playing well out of the slot. And then next year he's about to get cooked by fucking.
Can you imagine if Miles Sanders don't get the rock today? If Miles Sanders don't get the rock today, bro, I think he's asking. He may walk out at halftime, bro. He may walk out at halftime and say,
I
"Yeah,
might
trade
turn
me."
that shit off if they don't give that man the rock today.
Yeah, we waited till after he got hurt to start running the football.
Yeah, right.
If he comes back and he don't get no carries, if I'm him, I would be asking for a trade at halftime.
At halftime, don't even come out.
I won't be coming out, bro. Y'all got it. Y'all good.
I want to thank everybody for jumping on here, man. Appreciate you. Thank you for the super chats. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the comments. Thank you for the shares. You know what I mean? If you're a member, the plays are up. At DFS is up. My plays are up. And make sure y'all tune in. And as always, man, make sure you tell a friend to tell a motherfucking friend. For MoneyPot Podcast, for Moss Money, for B Diddy, a.k.a. BG. And and let's go fucking birds, man.
Oh, hold up. Not after you was, I don't know, and I wouldn't be surprised. And now it's let's go fucking birds. Oh, man, cut it, man.
Cut it.
Cut it, man.
We out, man.
Let's go! This ain't the Fox Life. Oh, this game can he stink.
Oh shit!
It's